You probably are all aware the eBay bidding is finishing a little bit later. We thought it was going to be 9:30, but because of the clock.
As is the eBay bidding.
eBay, I don't know.
And eBay.
So what we're going to do, we're going to have the judges' comments, and then hopefully a lot of you can stick around and actually have the final scores at the end. Probably about eBay finish at 10:30, so 10:45 probably. So without further ado, I'm going to give you over to the judges.
Actually, to be honest, this week was about the hardest to judge because it's actually all incredibly different. So I actually had a lot of trouble. It's a tough one this week. I mean, and it's tough that someone always has to leave, and you kind of feel like, especially if you don't think it's their best work, and because we're kind of comparing it now to several weeks' work. I mean, I think it's actually getting more and more difficult every week. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I think you've all done really well.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think it's been a difficult week, but I think for different reasons for me, not because there's work that I really love and the work that I really hate. I think I can see something in all of the work here, because now I've got to the stage where I've got a sense of where each artist is coming from and what they're trying to achieve, and there are those that are trying hard to show a range of skills and what they can do, and then those that are sort of fairly comfortable and established in what they're doing, and trying to consolidate that. So for me, there's a bit of a tension there in deciding whether or not favouring people that are obviously stretching themselves, pushing themselves, trying to achieve something more, which, as we've all agreed amongst ourselves, and probably you agree with to some extent yourselves, art is about experimentation, pushing yourself, trying to achieve more and more each time. So it's been difficult, but I think the work here is stronger than it has been in previous weeks that I've been here, so well done to all of you.
Yes, just wanted to say I agree. This week is definitely the highest quality work that I've seen in the last few weeks that I've been judging. It shows also, I think, in a way, the fact that one is forced to do one piece of work every week, which is very difficult for an artist. My master, when I did painting, used to say to me, sleep with your art. In a way, put it in front of your bed, and so that it's the first thing you see in the morning when you wake up, because it's going to be very different from when you did it last night. And I think it's really good. It's a good, and the fact that you've stayed with your work and you've worked week on week with this, it just shows in the quality of the work, which I think this week is much higher. I feel that this is a journey that we're all going through, and especially the artists that are working in the competition, and going through to explore all the different sides there are of being an artist. So there isn't just the creating side, there is also the side of making your work seen by a public, making your work for an audience, making your work stand on its own, and in fact having something to say that is well said. And I think this week you all said things very well. So thank you.
I can't add very much to what everybody else has said, but it is very interesting to see a progress over the last 5 or 6 weeks now. And I'm pleasantly surprised with some artists, I really am. Some have really stretched themselves, others have, I think, been a bit lazy, but those that have stretched themselves, I recognise that. There is one thing I'd like to bring up, because I think most things have been said today, is that you never know, one day you might become famous. One thing I have noticed, a lot of artists are not signing their work on the front of the canvas, they're not titling it on the back, and they're not cataloguing it. I will tell you today, you must catalogue every piece you paint, photograph it, sign it, and give it a number on the back. That's my advice for today.
Thank you very much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of week 5 of Seeking Picasso. I have the scores right here. Again, I'd just like to reiterate what the judges said. It's been a fantastic week. Very varied pieces of work, I think we all agree. But we do have a decision here. Sorry it took so long and eBay took so long because the clocks went forward. eBay don't recognise BST. Now what I'll do, we'll do it in reverse order. In third place, this week, like fantastic, this week is Serena Sussex. Second place, we have Jacqueline Hammond. And in first place this week, which might be a bit of a shock to some people with various things that are going on, but in first place this week is Richard Hughes. Okay, now the bit that we really don't like doing. Again, we had one a few weeks ago, I believe, but this week we've had another tie. And in the event of a tie, what we do is we go with the judges' vote, because that's heavily more weighted, 50% or 25%. And this week, I'm very sad to say that we lose Enzo. So that concludes quite dastardly week 5, and then we move on to week 6. Week 7's theme is the golden age of Hollywood.
Oh wow.